throw that up on the screen. Here is their Civ draft. They actually just took a screenshot of it and sent it over to me. So, Hitch, I don't know if you have this up, but Freager picked Franks, Ethiopians, Bulgarians, and Byzantines. Ethiopians were sniped. He banned Lithuanians. LordSavage picked Berbers, Mongols, Huns, and Turks. Mongols getting sniped and Magyars getting banned. So, uh, pretty interesting. I see quite a variety of civs here, and LordSavage did pick Turks in game number 1.
Looks like you had an audio issue on the previous screen there, Juice, but I think we're set now.
No worries, guys. Just getting things rolling on that screen, so we should be good now. Apologies about that. But yeah, Berber's OP for sure. But
Yeah.
nonetheless,
Lots of good civs. I mean, picked here, Mongols, Burgers, Franks. Obviously, Mongols got sniped.
yep.
Feels like it's going to be land maps, though. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, we just
Oh, we did just go over the map draft, didn't we?
yeah, I don't know if they heard the map draft though, so let me go over it one more time. LordSavage banned Nomad Hubs, picked Mott and Bailey. Freager banned Trade Hub, picked Lanes. So it's definitely going to be land maps with Battlegrounds being game 1. So going to be very interesting to see how that one works out. Looking forward to casting this one here. And we're going to try Capture Age again. If it gets a little bit crappy, you guys will just have to let me know. But we are going to load up into game number 1. And Hitch, I will pause and then get Capture Age up and rolling. Yes, we have seen that clan in the tournament quite frequently, actually. I believe there was like 4 players that actually signed up for it out of their clan, which is the Art of War, by the way. I believe is what they told me. For those who were interested. What do you mean he doesn't have audio on this screen? Hitch, speak. Okay. You should have audio now. Very frustrated with this audio right now.
Yeah. Hopefully you figured it out.
Yeah, I thought that I had it figured out, but I am paused at 2 seconds. Let me know
Yeah,
when you
they can't hear us.
are.
Maybe I'll just drop off.
They can hear you now.
No, they said they couldn't.
You guys hear him now?
They can't hear me. Not hear me. Oh, now he changed his mind. Look at that.
It was just on the one screen there. My bad. My bad, guys. Alright, I'm at 2 seconds. You ready?
I'm ready.
Go. Alright, so first Battlegrounds Bulgarians versus Berbers. Freager going with Bulgarians. LordSavage with Berbers. We've seen Berbers and Bulgarians on this map a lot. I feel like it's really good civilization choices for this one. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, both civs work. I probably prefer Berbers here. Yeah, Berbers, I think faster villagers are nice on this map considering the rest in the middle. Camels are a strong pick because people often are just going straight cavalry on here. I feel like they have the edge.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they're really solid civ for a lot of these maps. I feel like Berbers is someone's first pick, or at least in my opinion, should be first pick for any sort of land map. Even water maps, they're not bad. But I mean, Bulgarians getting free man-at-arms upgrades all the way to two-handed swordsman could come into play at some point in time here. Just have to wait and see what happens. But both players being fairly safe, staying home, but LordSavage is on his way out to collect a few herdables. We did see LordSavage in the last round, and correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't he play pretty passively?
I think so. Because until last night, all the games were super passive. So
Yeah, and I don't think we casted him last night at all. So I feel like we're going to see if Freager has a little bit more aggression, or if maybe LordSavage, after watching the cast, felt like he should put the foot on the gas a little bit more. So we'll just have to wait and see how this one plays out, but nonetheless, it should be a very interesting set. I really like the draft for both players. LordSavage pulling out the Turks pick. It's bonus points in my book every day of the year. Can't wait to see what he does with them, if he uses them, that is.
Night update. He is in there rooting for the Bulgarians, talking about how great they are. So as you predicted, he's in chat making this point.
Oh yeah, Knight is a very big fan. That's for sure.
Idle villagers from LordSavage just standing and watching the boar. That was unfortunate.
Yeah, he got him back. I think he dropped it off food and was a little late to put him back on.
Yeah.
Both players, though, going to have a pretty good amount of sheep collected from the middle. I don't think there's actually... Yeah, the last sheep, I think, just got picked up out of the center. I think that may be one of the first times, or one of a few times, we've actually seen players prioritizing that. And both will be on berries as well. So, food ecos looking fairly similar right now. One less Vil for LordSavage, though. He had quite a bit of that idle eco time there. Probably made that a little awkward. And again, he's having 9 more villagers idle.
9 Vil stand idle, so... Okay, back to work. Maybe not doing the shift queue as much as we'd like to see, but...
Yeah, I mean, either way, a little bit too much idle time, keeping him pretty much 1 Vil down.
But he's not far behind on TC idle time though, so it could be a lot worse.
Yeah, not bad. Either way, I mean, that isn't going to make a huge difference right away.
Yeah. So something I think is underdone. Knight mentioned men-at-arms from the Bulgarians here. I think that there's a lot of value to Drush and men-at-arms on this map that we haven't seen a lot of as an opening.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a benefit to that, and Bulgarians will have a much better eco for that, given they don't have to buy man-at-arms. So I could definitely see that working out. Problem is, I feel like everyone's prioritizing quick, like 18, 19, 20 pop up to get to scouts so quickly. And I feel like going man-at-arms against that, especially with scout civs, you're gonna have to do damage. You're gonna have to keep those scouts that your opponent's producing in their base.
Yeah, right. Well, I'm thinking of, we've seen a lot of players. It seems their goal is to just go a little bit of military and feudal, and then get up to castle. That seems where people want to fight on this map. So I feel like Drush FC, we might see more of that as these go on, if this continues to be how people want to play this wall.
Yeah, I feel like with higher elo, you're going to see a lot of Drush, or Man-at-Arms Rush. I feel like it's going to be much more common with the tighter builds. But we'll see if we see it at all here.
We already have 3 militia come in from Freager, thirds being produced right now, so I think we can expect to see men-at-arms as predicted.
Yeah, the issue is he's not clicked up yet, and they're not going forward either. The scout numbers could be good enough to deal with it before it really does any damage. Wall's also coming up on the front. This is kind of what I'm talking about. I feel like if this was a little bit earlier, or his opponent was not going for a 19 pop-up, he hasn't even clicked yet. I mean, he's just now going to click.
Yeah.
So
this is why he's definitely, I think that it's been a misplay. Like, even if you're waiting for men-at-arms, he should have went forward sooner. Get around, get behind the walls, get inside of his base and hide, even if you want men-at-arms that bad.
Yeah, I mean, they are coming across that it will be an instant upgrade, so
yeah,
it still could do a significant amount of damage, but the stable is on its way up. And,
yeah, this will not be walled up before the militia are in, unless he stops for some reason.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine. It's just how much damage is he going to be able to do before scout numbers are out and enough to do damage. Another thing, scouting for this could have avoided this being a surprise here, and the scout for LordSavage is idle, just hanging out in the front of Freager's base. So
And it's
not
unfortunate
ideal.
if he had scouted the barracks. So if you're gonna park him so you can see the barracks.
Oh,
But militia are
an
coming in.
emergency tower on the wood line.
Ooh, that feels
Panicky.
like, and not the best option. Man, arms could just sit under that. These aren't archers.
Yeah, they did take some HP losses there, so they're not the greatest, but
Yeah,
even
but
still, they will be able to
most-
sit under that. Scouts obviously going to be able to do enough to probably deal with this before it does a whole lot of damage, but he did force a tower,
yeah.
so I already call that a win.
Yeah, forcing a tower already makes this worthwhile, and he could pick a villager here if he's paying enough attention.
Yeah, I feel like he's about to fight it with everything he's got, though, and
Yeah.
no reaction yet, so one
And,
man-at-arms went down without even
Right.
getting hit off.
yeah, micro from Freager leaves a little bit to be desired, but forcing a tower, yeah, that's a waste. That's from the LordSavage overreaction.
Yeah, quite unfortunate. And it looks like
But
there's actually an eco loss for Freager, so maybe he lost one to the boar that we missed as well.
Yeah. But I'd say Drush worthwhile, especially not having to pay for men-at-arms. I'd say it's worthwhile. Force the tower down. Even when Savage gets to castle, he's not going to be able to go up on any TCs without mining.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and it definitely paid off. He was able to get his walls up. He's fully walled. He's got 2 spears at home because he knows his opponent's going into scouts. And I feel like he should just try to sit home and boom this out now.
Yeah.
He did build a stable already, though, so maybe he's thinking about adding a few scouts of his own. And it wouldn't be a bad idea. His opponent is not walled, is just kind of booming with the walls on the front, so...
You know, and it's unfortunate here because a palisade gate could have blocked off that between that gold and wood and forced him to go right through the TC, and he would have had a perfect defense against that.
Yeah, I mean, lack of scouting there for him and that simple fact of blocking it up is a bit of an issue. But, I mean, Berbers, yes, Kados, with map control could definitely be something worthwhile. Looks like we are going to have a scout and a couple spears available, so maybe he's going to try to follow it up here with a little bit of something, but he's actually going to stone. So maybe he's thinking about a Conyx, or Conyx. Yeah, Crepost, and then going Conic.
See, and something I did on this map is there is very little stone. You have 3 stone at your base, and there's an average of, maybe 7 on a 1v1, 7-ish.
Well, fortunately, we can
stones.
zoom out and actually find out. There's only 12 stones on the entire map.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's just very limited stone, so then that's to discourage something like Mongols from being too dominant. It also hurts something like going Krepos significantly.
Yeah, but I guess if you're just trying to secure your map a little bit, it could be a nice early option. Just depends. But we'll see what comes of it. I mean, I feel like cheaper cav is still going to be better than any sort of stirrup night play, just because they're so much cheaper.
Yeah. I think the chat summarized it already, but until post-imp, I give Berbers the edge, but if Savage doesn't kill before then, Pike Ram, tough to deal with.
This might be a full feudal play. Freager's
Maybe.
adding man-at-arms. He has spears, he has scouts. He's investing so much into this age. I don't know if he's going to go to Castle Age anytime soon.
Yeah.
So he would be towering then, most likely. Or maybe he's going to try to sell the stone to get up or something like that. But man-at-arms, scouts, spears, this is a hefty investment to be in this age right now.
I mean, a tower could deny Savage's...
Nothing, really. 1 gold.
Well, you could... deny stone, deny 1 gold pile. A lot of farm space would be vulnerable. But maybe it's just Krepos. Maybe the military's getting cleaned up pretty efficiently.
Yeah, I don't know if I care for this play. I mean, it's gonna be risky. He's gonna have to do damage. I mean, honestly, a market and we could sell all that wood and be up for Lord Savage.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, I mean, Man at Arm Scout beats Spear Scout, so
Yeah, and he's building another stable at home. This is full feudal. I feel like he does have the res to go to castle sooner than I would have expected, though.
yeah, he could definitely be up first. Has a 4 vil lead.
That's a really clean build from Freager. Really clean. He is up to castle first. He's got another stable coming up, so it will be Crepe Host most likely, stir up Cav. And he's going to be pressuring here at the base of Savage at the same time that he's getting pressured, but there are spears in defense here for Freager, so I don't think that's going to be much of an issue. And
Yeah, just a little bit of micro snipey scouts and he'll be fine.
Yeah, and he's already on it, and an archery range coming down as well. So it feels a bit awkward at this point, but...
Yeah, but
oh, there's a hole! There's a hole! The man-at-arms walked right in. Freager, will he realize? He has to, yep, he's gonna realize. Spear is getting cleaned up at home. Scouts are coming back, but...
yeah, man-at-arm running right under the TC, though. Freager's spread out a little too thin here.
Yeah, he is doing a lot at once, and the man-at-arms are probably going to get cleaned up here as well. Not exactly sure where the scouts are. The scouts are on the other side of the map here, so that's going to be pretty good for him, actually. He might even get a few Vil picks here. 3 scouts, 1 really weak one, but...
yeah, definitely. You know, there are disadvantages to being in 3 places at once, plus an eco, but the advantage is you get picks like this.
I haven't picked one off yet, unfortunately, but it has not gone noticed, and it's going to be at least 1 Vil down here. Now it's noticed. Idling TC time. Should still be happy with that.
Yeah. I would have went for the second Vil, but yeah, that's lots of idle time. I mean, looking at idle time now, we're just under 6 minutes for Freager, but we're up to 23 plus minutes for LordSavage, which tells you the effect all this pressure's been having.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, Longsword's just going down into the town center here, which isn't ideal. But, I mean, still, this feels like a really close game. I mean, he's 7 villagers behind at this point, but he's also in Castle Age. It's just going to matter about the eco expansion, and Freaker going to the town center on just a wood line. I'm not sure I really like that, but it will be safe, at least. Be 2 stable production for him. Crepe Host is an option, but also maybe a castle to get stirrups right away could be really helpful.
Yeah, it's definitely not all in feudal like you were suggesting, but there's only 1 eco upgrade for Freager, no military upgrades, so it definitely feels like he's counting on winning with mass early.
Yeah, Lord Savage's eco is going to be superior with those upgrades, though.
Yeah, we're looking at, like I said, only bit axe for Freager versus you have bow saw, you have heavy plow, wheelbarrow, and scout armor, all for Savage. So he's, yeah.
Now sitting in a pretty good position. I mean, I want to see where this tower is going to go up. I'm really curious to where that's going to be.
Is he coming forward, Phils, yet?
No, but he's got the stone, and did he sell some?
Yeah, I'm assuming he did because he had more than that last time I looked.
Yeah, must have sold some. It feels really rough to sell stone on a map like this, but I guess not a worse decision. And you know, interesting that.
Oh well, he built the TC. Was it that?
Center here as well. Well, he had 640 last time I looked at it.
Oh,
so
okay, yeah.
TC.
We must have missed him selling. Okay, the Crepe Host. Actually, Crepe Host Foundation in the middle of the map.
Ah, well, there it is. Interesting, we're seeing spears and skirmishers behind that army there, and knights are into the base with some scouts here. Gonna have to bring that military back to help defend from this. Gonna lose a Vil or 2, looks like, but I mean he's doing a really good job of balancing his eco and his boom right now. But
I hate this Crepe Host. It's just right in the middle of the map. Doesn't really cover any important resources. I mean, put it on a gold, I understand. Put it on an enemy's base, I understand. It just feels random.
It does, but I don't know. He sent the spears back, and he's not reacting enough to this raid on his base.
No,
He's lost
he's
so many
not.
vills here. He had almost a 10 villager, 11 villager lead there. And there's also a knight under the town center that he just built on the wood line, killing villagers. Unfortunately, no reaction, and the army's gonna be over there. Could do damage, but there's a bunch of pikemen or spearmen over there for LordSavage.
You know, and this is all true, but I mean, he does have knights forward that he's been managing during this. He does have that crept going up. As awkward as the positioning is, I think. I mean, it is map control. It is being out there in the middle.
Yeah, he needs to deal with this knight in his base here. Freager's lost way too many vills to just a few knights running around in here with some scouts. But
yeah.
Again, the Krapos,
Also,
like you suggested, it does not do any good in the middle there except for map control. Not a big fan of it. We'll see what happens though. I mean, cheap siege upgrades could come into play here as well.
right. I feel like he's just not spending the res he has as well as I'd like. I mean, you're up to 600 gold. Build some more stuff with it. Please, you have get some upgrades. You have no upgrades. Okay, he has horse collar now, so.
Yep. Forward castle coming here for LordSavage, right in the front of his base. Gonna secure a gold at least. I actually don't mind that castle. I would have liked it a little bit farther forward, but
agreed. I mean, it could have secured 2 golds, but it's a castle securing a resources. It's better than.
Well, and it's protecting the front of his base, so I don't mind it at
Of
all. It's just sometimes I like things to be a little bit more aggressive. But I do like LordSavage is not being passive this round. He is being aggressive. He's got a few knights trickling in left and right.
It really has been incredible pressure here since he's gotten to Castle Age with his eco. Performing really well here.
Yeah, and getting that castle up is going to be nice to have a nice position for himself. Knights are going to run in here for Freager now, but there are spearmen, scouts, there's even a camel there to the north, so don't know how much damage actually is going to get done here.
Yeah, I mean, 3rd TC coming up for Freager on a gold in the middle, so the 3rd TC on gold also coming up for Savage, so very close vills, 56 to 60, both raiding, both fighting the other player's eco.
Yeah, LordSavage's raids have just been much more effective at this point.
Yeah, the big difference right now is that Freager has no upgrades, and he's sitting on a ton of gold and a ton of food. Get your armor upgrades if you're going knights. You want that second armor upgrade to go in and raid eco like this.
Yeah, absolutely. But at the same time, Freager has 0 upgrades for his military other than bloodlines.
That's what I was just talking about.
I thought you were referring to the second upgrade for LordSavage.
Well, no, he has upgrades. That's the point.
Well, you specifically said the second upgrade, so that's why I'm confused. But
yeah,
because you
I said you want the second upgrade to raid, right? It's the second one's big.
Absolutely.
For raiding.
We're gonna have a weird wall coming up here. Stone on one side, palisade on the other. I mean, I don't mind it at all, but I feel like he could be using this res to produce some more units for himself here, as he does have only 21 military units, and he has a mixed army that I don't really feel like.
Yeah, we have Conics producing now.
Yep, Savage being aggressive again though, headed out here across the mid with a bunch of knights. If these get in, these could do quite a bit of damage. The army for Freager's around that Krapos and garrisoned in it. There's a few knights at home, but not enough to defend from this. Yeah, knights are in. A few more vills gonna go down here. Looks like 3 are gonna go down in total. Freager at the same time has 3 sneak vills in the south corner. Freager selling off some wood as well. Both players with pretty good eco behind this 70-77 vills each, having over 70 is not bad for all this aggression and all the raiding that's been going on here.
Yeah, definitely. You know, there's always things that can be done better. Like those. Oh, the Ville's now moving. Siege Workshop forward and Stable forward for Freager. I like to see this. It's good. Yeah, these are the kind of games that we want out of Battlefield. I'm very happy to see this.
Yeah,
Battlegrounds.
yeah, it's definitely, we like to see the chaos unfold in front of us here, and we're gonna have a monastery stable in the front here for LordSavage, but without proper upgrades for Freager, he's gonna lose most every fight he takes at this point. I feel like he's gonna need those
Well,
upgrades very soon.
but we're moving up though. I mean, forging in, first armor in, fletching in. Late to the upgrades, I think, but they're coming in. It's weird the number of spearmen we have out on the field and queued up that we're not seeing pikemen. If you're going to, that seems like a big upgrade if you're going to make this many spearmen.
No, I absolutely agree. It seems
21 on the field.
Yeah, it
spearmen.
seems very strange not to get the upgrade. I mean, there's 20 on the one screen here to protect from raids. I mean, the good news is, though, he is going to have those numbers if he ever decides to actually click the upgrade.
Yeah. But here's where it comes to upgrades again, though, is because armor's big on spears, so...
Yeah, I really don't like the position that Freager is putting himself in. I mean, Pikeman is coming in. He's really lacking the eco upgrades. LordSavage's eco, though shorter on or less villagers, is going to be so much more effective with all these upgrades right now. Just feels like, yeah,
it's a lot closer than it was before. It's the eco lead is what Savage has at the moment, and even then, he's now behind in bills. It's just that he has the upgrades, more upgrades.
Yeah, the real question though is this sneak base. What is this going to do for Freager? It could be very big, but again, this is where we're seeing passive play, and this is the time where, Imp is coming, but I feel like you still have to try to get something done, or at least scout somewhere around, see what your opponent is doing. I mean,
yeah, to me it feels you have 25 knights and some camels on the field. I think all these pikes are forward. You just saw them, so you should be raiding still. You can get in there.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting. The one thing with Battlegrounds that we haven't pointed out too much, Hitch, is these corners, there's really nothing there but wood. So players aren't really scouting them very well or putting outposts out there to see what's coming in that direction, and we have seen a few sneak bases like this.
Yeah, absolutely, and in most of the games we've seen, players don't scout them at all.
Yep, Knights are going to be into the eco here. At least 3 vills look like they could go down. But Pikes and Knights coming back. It looks like this could be a really good engagement for Freager here.
Yeah, this is a good fight for Freager. Yeah, get out of there, Savage. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I like that pressure, yeah, but you have to run away from
Mad fight under the crate post for Savage as well.
Oh, yeah. Camels under a crate post, not what you want to see.
Yep. It's a pretty rough position. I mean, this is a much better fight here with some town center fire help. Pikeman's still there, though, so that could be somewhat of a problem, but Freager needs to run now. I feel like this is a bad time to stay here. Taking a lot of free hits. A lot of hits going down here.
He just got a big military lead, but it might melt away right here.
Yeah, there's tons of res. I mean, we have Imperial Age for LordSavage already, though. Castle coming in the base of Freager. I mean, I really love this position for both players. I just feel like Freager is just one step behind with the upgrades, and obviously he's behind and needs to go to Imp, but...
Yeah, Imp's becoming a concern, because I think if we discuss I think the strong spot, there comes Imp. Strong spot from Barbarians here is going to be some siege help. They get help, right? Yeah.
Yeah, not protecting the Trebs, though. This Trebs probably will go down here. Oh, no, he's getting over there in time, actually. He might be just fine.
Yeah, that's... but that crate post is just about the entirety of Freaker's center control. So once this goes down, his little side raid where he's busting in battering rams, this has to get value.
Oh, I
Make up
think
for
this
this
could get a
loss.
lot of value. He just needs to send the knights in while he's
Yeah,
distracted on the front.
Yeah, distracted on the front, but for what it's worth, Lord Savage is also distracted. So
Yeah, absolutely. If he sent those knights in there right now, there could be tons of dead villagers, and he could really get himself a big eco lead.
yeah, now military numbers evening up, Bill numbers pretty close. Still, this game could go either way.
Yeah, Cavalier upgrade is in. Knights are finally running in though, and we'll see the reaction. It looks like we're going to send some Cavalier and Camels in that direction, so this should be short-lived. Still going to create a lot of chaos, idle eco time. Actually fighting with a female villager there. She's not going down without a fight, but I don't think it's going to accomplish as much as he had set out to have it accomplish.
Exactly. Cavalier, these knights aren't going to do much. And this is where the eco balance for Freager is really hurting him. If he has, as been pointing out, 50 on wood. If he put 15 of those onto gold, he would have been to Imp earlier, and he could have had Halb here. So once again, Halb ram against this, or just Halb, straight Halb right now.
Yeah, a lot of bills went down on the TC there in the middle for Freager as well when that fight was going on, and the TC will go down here as well. All he really has is this forward base on the side, and if LordSavage finds that, I don't think it'll stay for very long. Cavalier already being in mass down there. And this is where, like, again, these pikemen, he made so many of them. There's still 13 of them sitting back home.
But no armor upgrades.
Yep. Again, it's just the lack of upgrades hurting him at this point.
Pike need those armor upgrades.
Yeah, and conscription's coming in here, and then it looks like this might be stirrups behind it? Or is this Biggins? It's stirrups. So we're going to have stirrups in for Freager, but he's not going to have any conics or cav on the field at the moment. And
yeah, but he's putting up 6 barracks at home in addition to the 2 or 3 he already had. So
can he afford to produce out of all of them at this point? I feel like he's just not going to be able to produce out of them for long enough.
He can make a lot of Halb if he tries.
Halb, yes.
Then that's what he needs. He needs Halb. He needs to click that upgrade, but he doesn't have the gold because he only has 3 on gold somehow.
Well, he's not in the middle anymore, so the only gold he has is this one tile. He's got 530 left.
Oh yeah, but I mean it's not impossible though with Halb. With Halb.
Yeah,
I think gotta click it.
He's not in a terrible position. It's just like you said, no upgrade, and it's 600 gold for Halb.
Yeah.
How's he gonna get 600 gold at this point? Selling wood, that's one option. But 14 gold payout per 100. Murder holes is coming in, yes, murder holes.
Yeah, that feels like you don't know what this tech does.
Feels
Why would you get murder holes?
We also have a barracks coming here for LordSavage. He's got 4 of them going to be coming up in the front. I haven't seen any upgrades for it yet, so I don't know if he's actually planning on switching into maybe champion line.
I mean, if you're expecting Halb as Berbers, you could do a lot worse. I mean, he probably doesn't feel like he's in a position to do Camel Archer. Maybe he doesn't want to go for those upgrades.
Yeah, Cavalier are running back in here to the eco as well. I just don't feel like Freager has enough going for him at this point to come back in.
No.
I feel like, yep, there's the GG. Yeah. And he just, no gold control. Like you said, if he would have had Halb, I think he would have been fine. But no gold control, lack of upgrades really hurting him in every fight after Feudal. Because I don't think we had any upgrades until after Feudal. But
now, something that was pointed out in chat, and it's been bothering me also through the first couple rounds here, is players at this level are just floating too much res. I mean, LordSavage, sure he won, but he has 7,000 food and 1,400 gold and only 155 pop.
Yeah. So I mean, I know what you're saying. I agree, but he has so many upgrades. He's had better upgrades for so long.
Of course, he won.
And
I'm not saying he didn't win,
he was
but it's just as
not
an example.
passive as he was in
No,
round one. So definitely,
not at all.
definitely turned it up a notch here for this round. And I mean, it was a hell of a game. Honestly, it didn't feel
Yeah,
like it was
it was by
over
far the
until
most
just then.
competitive
So
game that I've seen in this tournament so far.
yeah, really good all around. Statistics, definitely in favor for LordSavage here. KD definitely in his favor, obviously without those upgrades. But pretty good overall, and I think this is the big story too. Freager, 21,000 wood compared to only about 14,000 for LordSavage. Think he was on wood far too heavy there for quite some time. You said it was like 50, right? So
Yeah, and then I think he peaked out at like 6 on gold.
yeah,
Um,
never
I,
getting the middle control for long.
I don't know why you're being mean to me, Katos. I don't think I did anything. I don't know why you're telling me to shut up, but I'll go away.
I don't know. But nonetheless, if you guys weren't here for whatever reason, let's see. Freager's home map is lanes. So we will be going to lanes next.
Oh no, Katos, I was agreeing. I don't know. I misspoke or something, but yeah. No, I was saying that champ made perfect sense when you're dealing with if you're expecting full halb.
Yeah, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
But
Um,
anyway,
Let me switch over to another scene here. Hitch, your audio might go out for a second, but I'll try
bye
to add
bye
it real
everyone.
quick. Alright guys, we are going to load into game 2. I'm sorry that Hitch's audio seems to not work on this screen. It should work, but for whatever reason, I'm having some issues with OBS here. I will try to add it one more time and see if that helps out. Yeah, I mean it's not the end of the world for just the one scene. It's just going to be in between everything here, which isn't really ideal. But let's see. Speak, Hitch.
Double audio. Now you've made it even worse somehow.
Hold on. Okay, are we good? Okay, is there double
Uh,
audio on me? Hitch, speak.
I'm
We're good now.
I
Kato says we're good.
yeah.
I'm gonna trust in
I
Katos.
you are good. I listened.
All right, we got it figured out, guys. Sorry for the delay. Without further ado, though, game 2. Hitch, I'm loading in.
Yeah, I'm at 16 seconds. So his home map was lanes for Freaker. All right, first time we've seen this one in the tournament. Lanes. This was not a very deeply planned map. I'm gonna be honest here. I think I'd spent like 4 hours one day working on some other map and briefly had this idea and threw it together in 30 minutes, and it hasn't changed much. A little bit of res balancing, but overall, it's a pretty straightforward map. I mean, what is there to say? It's pretty standard resources. You're in a big lane with your opponent, and there's additional resources through a wood line on each side. Yeah, I'm listening. You are not coming from at all. Coming through on your stream. Only I am.
Hello! I should be back now. Apologies. Byzantine's being heavily debated here in chat, is what I was saying. Can you hear me now, guys? Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I think they're a great civ for this. Honestly, a defensive civilization with Arbalest, cheap trash. I like it here, honestly. I think it's a good pick. Huns, also, I think is excellent. Huns, though, I will love Huns on any land map there ever will be, so... Prefer Lithuanians. Lithuanians were banned by someone, I believe.
Yeah, banned or sniped or something. Yeah, they definitely went away.
They were banned by Freager.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think ultimately some people said, prefer Byzantines on other maps, but I think they're a good pick here too. It's hard to go wrong with Byzantines. They have enough options. I think kind of like Chinese in that way, right? Like they have enough options that they're not a bad pick anywhere. They're just not necessarily the best pick
Well, they're
everywhere.
a counter civ. It's a counter
Yeah.
civ. You don't wanna play against the counter civ, but you also don't want to pick a counter civ in a lot of situations. But with the bans, having Byzantines in the draft and having that counter civ is never a bad thing in my opinion. It's definitely going to be fine for sure, as they're saying in chat. But yeah,
It's okay. It's all okay. I think though that something to consider, as we go forward and starting to get into best of fives and eventually finals and some best of sevens is, I think picking multi-purpose civs like the Byzantines is going to be an important move. And I don't know if all players are going to be considering it on that level.
No, I absolutely agree. I feel like there's some civilizations we haven't seen yet because it is a best of 3 in this round. Next round being best of 5. I think we're going to see a lot more Byzantines picks. I would expect to see Saracens because there are water maps as well. Italians could also be something we see quite frequently. Vikings, obviously, if it's not banned. Oh, and Freager loses the Vil to the elephant. Oh, it's unfortunate for him. Already a Vil down too. But, interesting, every single time that I've played this map, either myself or my opponent full walls the middle lane.
And I think that's to be expected, right? I mean, I feel like this map could compare to something like Arabia, except much easier to wall. So, with just one side to wall off.
Yeah, and I mean, looking at the bases, Freager sitting in an excellent position if he does full wall. All of his res is protected far behind where he has to wall. No question, could wall in everything he's got. On the other side, sorry, that was LordSavage's map. On the other side, Freager's res, he could have some safe gold. Stone, though, maybe out of reach here. The map is called Lanes. It's down here in the bottom, in case you need to know. But, these outside lanes, gonna find the relics every time. 2 on each side. Hitch is apparently against an odd number of relics. Not gonna go into that, but
I'm not against an odd number of relics. It just depends on the map. Depends on the map.
Nonetheless, we're gonna move on from that controversial thing. No, it's not controversial. It's just funny. Every map, I feel like you have like 4 relics or 2 relics or something like that. It's great. I love it.
Alright, Palisade's coming up. I mean, I think it makes perfect sense on this map.
Yeah.
Gotta get some walls up early.
And walling probably to the town center, it looks like, with the different angles of walls here. But LordSavage, again, 19 pop, and he's on his way up. Freager also starting to get some walls up. Does have the barracks up already as well. Gonna see scouts here, it looks like. We might guess. But no stable on its way yet. Looks like he's lacking the wood with all the walling. That may have been a miscounted play there for him.
Yeah, I mean, he still has the lead on the time if he gets it up here shortly, and he should be able to at any moment now if he's looking to do that. But maybe he's not even thinking that. Maybe it's just
stable's up on the front.
Nope. Yep, you're right. Stable's up. I was gonna say it could be just wall and get to castle, but
Kados, I couldn't agree more. I think there's definitely an opportunity for some sort of a death ball. I feel like Slavs, Japanese, Britons. Yeah, I've even messed with Burmese on this map a little bit because I just want Burmese to be able to be good somewhere, but I just don't feel like they are on this map. I didn't think about it when I was playing the test games for this, that one castle and then a bunch of walls could really prevent a Burmese attack with Arambai. So
what about elephants here?
elephants
I
could
mean,
be excellent on this
I
map.
mean, like you think people are playing it like this, palisade walls and buildings in the front. If you get your own walls up and you mass up 10 elephants and go forward,
Yep. I feel like
um,
Khmer could be sick on this map. No buildings required to get up, could get a really fast up, could go forward quite quickly. Would be really nice. Yeah, that is another thing that I thought about with Burmese is getting to the outside. Could be really nice. Scout numbers actually going to be in favor of Freager at the moment. Walls are not going to be completed for for Freager at the moment either.
and
Looks like
this
Vil
Vil
will go
should go
down.
down.
Yep.
Yeah, she's gonna go down. So
Yeah, I don't think he'll get much more damage done here. It really needs to get that wall up. There's still a goat here too, hilariously enough. Don't know how that one was missed, but it looks like it will get under that town center at some point. Towers, yeah, towers could be really good. I feel like laming could be a possibility on this map as well. Your opponent is in a set starting position,
yeah,
and I feel like we could see potentially like Incas, Aztecs, Mayans. Um,
It-
might be
yeah. I
an
mean,
option.
I I could definitely see, like you said, Incas on this. I think could be brutal. Absolutely brutal because there's not going to be time to get to the outside yet. So towers can deny so much here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, there's a lot of opportunity with this map that I like that we don't have in any of the other maps. I feel like you said, Kados in chat, the snowbally pushes could be really good in a map like this. Another
We're about
thing,
to
go ahead.
have an overchop on this wood line soon if he's not careful
Yep, it's
for Lord
overchopped right
Savage.
now. Scouts are gonna
And
run in there.
yep, that's amazing. I mean, good awareness by Freager there.
Yeah, but unfortunately, he's got his scouts there to defend, so scouts from Freager are just going to run, and now they're trapped in here, so going to have to try to look for damage somewhere. Couldn't really hit much at the moment. Maybe the gold, maybe the vills and the berries. Had to circle all the way back for the wood line. Defensive spear already out as well. So
Yeah, that's
mainly
unfortunate.
looking at eco. Savage still ahead. Going to be in a fine position at the moment with his eco. Can't complain about that. I feel like farm numbers are going to be really important to watch. 17 for Freager, 14 for Savage. So really close actually. Neither player is going to do much damage. Defensive spears. This could be really good for Byzantines as well because full trash army here counters a lot of what Huns try to do.
Yeah, I mean, Spear Skirm isn't great for Huns.
Well, and with this closed map and the very limited space to maneuver, it's not like you're going to run away and find a way in easily.
Exactly.
Another thing we need to
Yeah.
watch out for, both players chopping to the outside, both going to different lanes. Could be something to watch in the future.
Yeah, and I'm going to check here.
Hun longswords. Yeah, I would love it if that's actually what we see. That'd be hilarious. But I don't feel like that's any position that Lord Savage wants to be in.
Now, both
Oh,
players have
apologies.
scouted that the other player's going to the other side here.
Yep. Sorry guys, forgot to give Savage his game on the scoreboard there. So if you guys are confused, my apologies. Yeah, Kados, it might be the best thing to do. It's just really unfortunate if that's what he ends up having to do. But I feel like he could probably afford to go like a light cav and like cav archer combination.
You know, both players on the way to castle, fairly close times here. Both players progressing towards the outside, so
Yeah, my
this one
capture
could
age
go a
may
little
be
bit
dying
longer.
here. You hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I think capture age is dead, guys. PC might be Having some issues here. Hitch, you still with me?
Yeah, your stream just locked up on me. Oh god, your your
Yeah,
stream's
yeah.
like freaking out.
Give it a second. Give it a second, guys. Alright. I'm back. Is everyone still here? Capture Age is dead. Hitch, you can hear me?
I can't hear you. What time are you at?
I am at 20 minutes right now.
Okay, so we're good.
Okay, everybody hear me? Apologies,
I can
guys. Capture
yeah,
Age.
I can check the stream.
Capture Age went down hard. I don't know if my chat is not refreshed or if the
Yeah,
stream needs refreshed, but
you know, you're the yeah, entire stream just did a boop, like you said, but I hear the audio on it though.
okay, you guys let me know if the audio is back. From what I'm looking at, everything looks
It,
good. What, Hitch?
it is there.
Okay.
I can hear you on your stream.
Alright.
How many ways I can say that?
Apologies. That said, we missed a few things. Scouts not getting anywhere. Spears are out protecting some secondary walls coming up for Freager. Cav Archer switch is definitely incoming. Double archery range already coming in here. All good now. Thank you, Katos. Sorry, guys. Capture Age is
And
just.
tell me you were going.
Oh, I thought you were still going. I'll pause. I'm at 21:45.
Okay.
Let me know when you get there.
Tell you when I get there soon. I'll tell you to go. It's gonna be in like 40 seconds, but you didn't tell me you were going.
I thought you still were going. So.
No, I paused. I paused it whenever everything on your end died.
Everything jumped for me by like 3 minutes.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I mean, I think as Huns here, I don't think it's worth it to try to think about some weird thing to do. You know, just do what Huns do. Go the Cav Archers, and you just have to play better, right?
Yep.
And
Absolutely.
I think that's all you can really hope for. And I'm resuming now.
Perfect.
I'm caught up now.
Yep. Alright, so gonna be knights here from Freager. I'm not hating that idea, but against Cav Archers, it could be a problem. It just depends. Town Center also, the second one coming up here for LordSavage on one of the wood lines. Not in a second TC yet for Freaker, though.
Are you? Yeah. Okay.
Kados is not happy with you tonight, Hitch. He definitely disagrees with you.
Which is fine. I get it. But this is the thing. I think the Huns are just in a shitty position here. What do you do?
I think,
Like, he's going knights here, or he's making some knights at least. I don't know, Kados,
yeah,
and I don't
feel
know.
like,
I feel like it's a shitty matchup, and if you try to do something suboptimal to counter it, the Byzantines can just as easily handle longswords as they can handle cav archers, and you're less good at longswords.
yeah, I'm not sure what I feel. This is the thing, though. This is what we were talking about when we started talking about Byzantines early on. The counter civ that you don't really want to pick, but is still an excellent pick in so many situations. I mean, Byzantines could be, you know, a great backup civilization if you are thinking like you're picking Mongols and Mongols are going to get sniped. Like, they do pretty much everything, and they do it cheap trash. You know, it's a good position to be in for them. I'm not hating it at all. I feel like pikemen would be good for the Byzantines to instantly get, but not gonna get it. Secondary walls were never fully complete here, and knights are at the walls. And let's see, Freaker does not know about these cav archers yet, so he has no idea that's gonna happen.
Kados, I love you too. I'm not upset. I'm flabbergasted. One, I'm not good with Huns, but if I were the Huns in this situation, I would just not know. I would lock up.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a rough position to be in. I mean, what do you go? Especially, knights aren't really the greatest option considering cheap camel for Byzantines, even though they're not great. Stone walls are attempting to be rushed up here from Freager with only a couple vills. Is he quick walling? He's not quick walling, but Palisades are weak enough. It may not be something that he has to worry about.
Yeah, these stone walls are not going to happen in time unless Savage
He's
misplays.
he's quick walling though. It's just gonna be close.
Yeah.
Scouts
Oh,
are
and
gonna make it in, but I mean, Knights are
but
gonna
even
be in on the
so,
front, so it doesn't even matter.
exactly.
Cav Archer's also in the front, picking off some villagers on that wood line there. It's a nice play, finally showing the Cav Archers. A lot to work with here. These Knights really need to come out that we have for Freager here, so he can actually deal with the Knights of Savage, but nothing yet. That that gate's gonna go down here. Freager's gonna be in a really bad position. All these vills are exposed on the wood line over here. Could be very problematic. And he has military he could actually use to defend from this. He's just leaving them sit in the stables at the moment.
Yeah.
They're out
Y-
finally.
we talked about the strengths of the Byzantines here, but if you go knights, you're not playing into the Byzantine strengths.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, potentially something he could have done a little bit better. I can't see if he has too many upgrades. If he has +1 attack and +1 defense on his knights, and then Huns have 0 upgrades on their knights. Only
Yeah,
the
which
Cav
is
Archer
it's something.
upgrades, which makes sense.
He does have better, yeah, knight upgrades, but I just feel,
So many vills are going to go down here.
yeah, Huns can deal with knights all day long, but if he went spear skirm, there's not much the Huns can do about that. Pike
Yep.
skirm.
Yep. And honestly, LordSavage being super aggressive. GG comes in. GG.
Yeah,
Good luck next. Yeah, I don't really know what Freager could do to come back from that. Wow. That was a quick one. I didn't expect it to be so quick with all this walling potential. But yeah, GG comes in. Freager says good luck next. Great sportsmanship there. And Byzantine's not able to pull out the win here. Freager
yeah.
is
I
going to be out. And
yeah.
Savage will move on to round 3.
Kato's pointing out here. Look at all the res Frigger has. All that and only 2 military on the field. It's such a shame that because Byzantines had the advantage here, hands down. So great work to LordSavage to overcome that.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a safe eco behind it. I like how he's still going with the faster up times. It's really paying off for him in this tournament so far. How many sets do we have planned today? This is the only set that we had planned for today.
Oh, you weren't doing the other one, you said?
Well, with my late start, I don't think we'd have time. But I
Uh,
suppose we could potentially do it. It might be a little late.
I mean, which one is that? It's at the
Oxen first BBB.
Oxen BB. Okay, so um, yeah, that one might be a little long.
Yeah, I think we're just going to be done casting for the night, unfortunately. My apologies, guys. I had a really late start compared to when I wanted to start. Hitch knows I was trying to set up things in between everything, and with the kids, it just wasn't working out. But I think we're going to call it as far as casting goes. But I will probably
Yeah,
play a few here.
which it's heartbreaking because just what I can see of the next set, I am very excited for the map choices. I'm very excited about the Civ choices. Very excited to do that set with you.
Yeah, that one will probably be soon. We'll have to talk about when we're doing it. But going ahead and updating the score here in the tournament. Savage taking the set. Moving on to round 3, he'll play a best of 5 either between Weasel or Zanemo. I don't even know if that's right. Apologies. But that is going to do it for the cast tonight, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys are seeing this on YouTube, be sure to stop by the live stream. Be sure to join the Discord, which will be listed below. We are going to be doing a 1400 bracket starting in May.